Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Alpha Core Day. That's right. And we might be talking about that a little bit later today. But it is Geeks Gamers Daily, starting off the week on a Monday. And I know that everybody, no one has anything to watch today. It's not like Crowder has like millions of people watching his stream. So we figured, hey, we got to give you something to watch today. And that will be Geeks and Gamers Daily. Hello, Ryan.
Yeah, we're gonna also talk about trans people today. That'll get us the views. No, instead we're gonna talk about Miles Morales and
Yes.
Spider-Man 2
Yes.
and comments from the writers of Insomniac. Which, man, I remember discussion on this channel about Spider-Man 2 not that long ago.
It's just like you would expect. Anytime diversity is introduced, it is never in good faith. It is always in bad faith. There's always the intent.
Anytime there's a black person, it's in bad faith.
No. Diversity. When it's introduced as diverse, when you hear the filmmaker
being
say,
promoted like that.
Yeah, when it's being promoted, when they bring black people or non-white people into a story, and then they start telling you how important it is to have this diversity, it's over. It's over. Just give it up. It's over. It's done. They are pushing agendas. There's never good faith around it. Never has. There's a reason that when Blade was made, there was never a discussion around, it's great to have a black superhero film. What about Meteor Man? I don't remember diversity around that discussion, but yeah, it's stupid, man. And I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of this bullshit. And it's why fans are so done with it. Like the moment they see any bullshit, they're just already checked out, rightfully so. But other than that, Ryan, how was your weekend? How'd the Bears do this weekend?
What's that?
How'd the Bears do this weekend?
Well, thank God they lost. When Justin Fields is not in the game, they've got a better chance of winning, which is not great for their draft stock. So we've got our undrafted free agent rookie quarterback Tyson Bagent in there, who looks far better than Justin Fields has ever looked for the Chicago Bears. But luckily, they were able to pull off the loss.
Hey, tanking for Caleb Williams, man. So
for somebody different, that's for sure.
Caleb Williams. Well, Bama won this weekend. Then Tua blew the fucking Dolphins game, thanks to
The thing is, like, I have no problem with the Dolphins. I kind of like the Dolphins, and I root for the Dolphins. But when I see how you root for them, I want to root against them. Like, I just can't fucking stand how hyped you get over a team just because Tua's on there.
I mean, Tua's my favorite player, man.
I know, it's just disgusting to me. So, I just inherently want them to fail when I can see your live reaction to it.
And I appreciate that. That's why, like, everybody was yelling at me during Party Animals because I killed Gary. Gary could have won. Could have been our story of Rudy. The retard wins at a video game. And I'm like, fuck Gary. Of course because it was him and Melanie Mack, and I threw a bomb and hit him. And yeah, so everybody was like making a big deal of that. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I would, every time I have a chance to destroy one of my friends' hopes and dreams, I'm going to do that in a video game because that's what we do. But anyway, I played a lot of Fortnite this weekend. Ryan was nowhere to be found.
No, I didn't play. I actually had thought about playing video games, not Fortnite, probably last night, and I just fuck it. It just never happened. Never happened. I see flashes in the chat. Yellow Flash for $5. Bring Beardo on to defend the change to Miles. The entire game praises Miles and tells you over and over again that he's the future. Well, now they've told us very directly.
We can discuss that on Tuesday night's main event for sure. I think you're going to have a good one there. But yes, the Miles Morales situation, again, man, it was obvious that this was always going to happen. I mean, I only played a little bit of Spider-Man 2, and like I said, mechanically, I thought the game was very fucking good. Really good, actually, which makes it sad that they've ruined it with propaganda and bullshit because it could have been a phenomenal experience. It's why you go back and play something like the Arkham games and you're not bogged down by some agenda-driven bullshit. You're just playing a fantastic superhero game as Batman, which is how it should be. I hated, just in the beginning, I hated that I was going from Peter Parker to Miles Morales. You know what I mean? I hated it. I couldn't stand it. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? And it was obvious what the whole point was. But we'll get into that. It's just so damn funny to watch this all play out. And you know what's ultimately going to happen? What's ultimately going to happen is they're going to try to put Miles Morales as the centerpiece, and it's going to underperform, and they're going to have to use Peter Parker to bring people back in. That's exactly what's going to happen. I mean, I didn't play the Miles Morales game.
I did.
Like, that didn't sell anywhere near as much as the now again, this was at the early stages of the PS5 and everything like that. So
yeah, I'm not sure if anyone expected it to sell like that. I certainly didn't. It was also like a launch game for PlayStation 5, which you could barely get your hands on. And it was like a $50 game. It felt like a DLC because it kind of probably should have been a DLC. It was almost like a way for them to like develop a Spider-Man game for the PlayStation 5 to like almost get a lessons learned for how they were going to finish out the Spider-Man 2. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
But yeah, certainly. Listen, I loved the first game. I played Spider-Man Miles Morales for PS5. I wasn't excited. I wasn't hyped. I wasn't anything for the Spider-Man 2 game. I don't even want to say it's because, oh, I just knew they were going to do this or knew it was going to like push them out. I didn't know that. I just, for some reason, I was not invested in getting it. And now I'm glad after seeing what people have said about the game itself.
Yep, it does appear to be that. And dude, there's a lot of like I'm gonna be covering the whole Call of Duty situation pretty extensively because this Modern Warfare 3 situation is bad. And could this be the first time we've seen a real problem with Call of Duty? Maybe. But that's a discussion for another time. I'm going to work on a video on that, and we'll probably talk about that on Tuesday Night's Main Event. But yeah, the Modern Warfare 3 situation is bad right now, and I think that the Spider-Man 3 situation is going to be equally bad when that time comes. Although I do wonder, based on the reception to this news about Miles Morales, I wonder if they're going to backpedal off this when they hear the negative feedback they're getting.
So the thing is, when it comes to the news, we might as well hop into it and the entire like announcement and kind of how it's being like the articles that stem from it, the headlines that stem from it, and basically what it actually is. It's not even a hey guys, we have a big announcement. Miles is the guy going for it. It's mostly people asking them questions about the end of the game and them confirming that's what it means.
Right.
You know? So let's get into this thing. We can use the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account. What do you know?
And we're going to talk spoilers for the Spider-Man 2 game. Just a heads up. A heads up.
Yeah, spoiler alert. It's all about Miles Morales. From the Geeks and Gamers Twitter account, this got a lot of people talking. Spider-Man 2 writer Brittany Morris confirms that Miles Morales will be the main Spider-Man in the Insomniac universe. It always felt very natural, and I think we all collectively thought it would happen. Well, just for the record, this is Brittany Morris that we're talking about. I did a little research, found who Brittany Morris is.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised?
Gotta love the flag and
she got an NAACP Image Award nominee. Okay, hey,
congratulations,
man! Of all the qualified individuals, man, such a huge amount of people that were up for that one. I'm sure. Yeah.
And these were all the headlines coming out of this. Insomniac Games confirms who its main Spider-Man is. And it stems from this Gizmodo interview. Spider-Man 2's writers break down the game's big spoilers. And let's go all the way down to the quote that actually matters right here. Let's find it. Shortchanging Miles. God, they talk about Miles Morales so much. You said earlier you basically knew right away you wanted a playable Venom. Does that also apply to ending this game with Miles as the main Spider-Man from now on? From Brittany Morris. It always felt very natural. I think we all collectively thought it would happen. To me, it shows a great deal of evolution from Miles. At the beginning of the game, we see him struggling to figure out what he wants to do with his life. By the end, we had Miles carrying the burden of saving the city and also carrying Pete when Pete wasn't strong enough to carry himself. That's what's been so cool about writing a story about two Spider-Men. They're both strong, and one of them could be strong when the other's not. By the end, Miles is more confident. He's like, yeah, I got this. How much worse can it get after what we just went through?
Wow. carrying him.
And the whole thing is at the end, Peter decides that he wants to spend some time on this charity thing that's like important to like Aunt May and like shit like that, right? So he wants to carry on this charity thing. And he's basically like, you got this now, Miles. I believe in you. And I guess the whole with great power comes great responsibility. That thing just doesn't matter to Peter anymore. He still has the power. He still has that as Spider-Man. But listen, there's another Spider-Man. He's more diverse. He's got the swagger of a young black teen. I mean, come on. How could Peter Parker compete with that? So he's good. Just pushing all that responsibility away now.
Yeah, this is complete, and it's just complete nonsense in every way possible. But again, they will get backlash for this, and I do wonder how much Peter Parker, Spider-Man. I still would argue right now, I think Spider-Man's the most popular superhero in the world. I know Batman is a strong argument for that, but I think Spider-Man appeals to a younger audience, which, obviously drives numbers even higher. I think Spider-Man's the most popular. Would you? We've had that discussion before, Ryan. I can't remember where you stand on that, but you think Spider-Man's the most popular comic book character in the world right now?
I think it just depends, but he's definitely there. He's right there in the argument.
And making this change, I don't think that they understand the ramifications of this, and how big of an impact that you're going to get. And we just saw a super chat come in. Spider-Man PS4 sold 33 million copies. Miles Morales sold 6.5 million copies. And I'll get to the rest of your super chat later. But now, again, you can't really you can't make a direct comparison because obviously Spider-Man PS4 was on a massive install base. Was Miles Morales was only a PS5 game, correct, Ryan?
I don't know if you could get it on PlayStation 4 or not. I don't remember. I just remember it was one of the PlayStation 5 launch titles, basically.
Right, yeah. But still, if anybody thinks like, look at the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, it didn't do. I like the first Into the Spider-Verse movie, by the way, just to be clear. I haven't seen the second one. I know the second one did a lot more. Go ahead, Ryan.
You could get, I mean, I see a PS4 Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Okay.
Seriously, like it was available. And to be honest, I think the reason a lot of people even bought it to begin with was it came, I think, if you got like the bigger version of the game, it came with Spider-Man Remastered as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and wasn't there a PS5 Miles Morales pack-in bundle as well?
There probably was, yeah.
Yeah, and so that adds to the sales too. So again, all these factors have to be put into it. At the end of the day, if you are going to make Miles Morales the center point of the Spider-Man universe, it's going to have a big drop off. It just is, because Peter Parker is Spider-Man. That is not a debate. That is a fact. It doesn't matter how much you want to try to change this. And from a storytelling standpoint, it was clear as day what the intent was behind it, but not even from a storytelling standpoint. The moment that Miles Morales was introduced into this, period, you knew eventually they were going to get to this point, because it's never on good faith when they are introducing and promoting diversity and how we need more diversity in here because it's important. This is the end result. This is always the end result of it right here. And now we'll see, because these are, like I said, or like Ryan said, these are just questions that are being asked in interviews. This isn't an official release statement from Insomniac.
This isn't Insomniac saying, hey, by the way, Spider-Man 3 is going to be just about Miles Morales. That's not necessarily what they said, but they're confirming that at the end, that's what it's supposed to symbolize. It's supposed to symbolize Peter Parker stepping away and Miles Morales taking up the mantle and being the main Spider-Man going forward.
Yes, absolutely. And so I tend to think that you're going to hear from them. My prediction is they're going to come out and clarify this statement, and they're going to do everything they can to make you understand that Peter Parker's still going to be there. Because they have to, because they know they have to. They have to do this. And that, I'm just telling you, wait for the release from Insomniac, and we'll see if I'm right or if I'm wrong. But I believe when they clarify this statement, they're going to make sure you know that Peter Parker's still going to be there. We love Peter Parker.
Peter Parker's still going to be a big part of the Spider-Man story. He'll 100%. Never go away. Like, that's what it'll be.
That's exactly what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, it will fall on deaf ears. People are not going to buy your bullshit after this. when I mean, like, they're not going to buy the bullshit that you're saying. The game's still gonna sell relatively well no matter what they do because it's going to have Spider-Man. There's going to be a normie element to it. There's gonna be a general audience element to it, but it's not gonna hit the numbers that previous titles have had if you're focusing on Miles Morales. Just won't do it.
Yep. All right. Let's see. We got a bunch of super chats rolling in.
Thank you guys for being here. And again, we are going to be joined by young Ripa here towards the end of the show to talk about the launch of Alpha Core. So stay tuned for that.
Tomac for $50. What are they talking about? Miles is the future. Miguel is the future. And Jeremy, I hope you like that remnant code.
Hi, thank you, brother. Tomac sending me all type of codes, man. Tomac is awesome. Yeah, Tomac is great. Tomac, thank you, brother.
Jeremy sent me the code to Party Animals. Animating Andy for 50 euros, I think. Take it and love it. What's up, Animating Andy?
We're okay with that.
Well, maybe it means Miles Morales.
Oh, I'm okay with a super chat. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, he could mean that could mean a lot of things. Take it and love it. And Jeremy's really like, we're okay with that.
If there's money involved, I'll take it and I'll love it.
Yeah, there it is.
Grifter's got a grift.
Thunderstrike. Where is this? Thunderstrike for $10. Today, my 7-year-old son was watching Bluey before school and ended, and some pink Minnie Mouse came on. He said it was for girls. I called him based, gave him a big hug, and told my wife we have a bigot. There it is. That's awesome, Thunderstrike. Stephen Wasik for 10. Don't put words in Beardo's mouths. Until he says otherwise, he's just someone who likes Miles Morales. R.I.P. Insomniac. At least we'll always have the first 3 Spyro games and the PS2 and 3 Ratchet and Clank. Well, and I mean, you can still play the first Spider-Man game too.
Yep.
To be honest. Dropping the deuce for $2 says hail. Hello.
And that picture he's got. It's so funny.
Yeah. Sandstorm, member for 7 months. What's the 411? With the 199 at MegaCon Orlando, advanced early bird admission ends this Thursday, November 9th.
We're having a conversation with them today, but everything is looking good. I just don't have an official announcement yet, but I would say everything's looking very, very positive for us to be at MegaCon. And as soon as I have an official announcement, I will give that to you guys immediately. And Ellie Reen dropped 10 gifted memberships. Let's go.
Thank you, Ellie Reen. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Good morning, G&G. Ripaverse Alpha Core #1 goes live this morning. Let's crash Eric's website a third time. I'll be doing my part. Hail the Iron Age and the 199. Hey. Yes, we might be talking some Alpha Core later today towards the end of the stream, so stay tuned. And yes, Alpha Core is available. Pyro Rampa for $5. So Insomniac's Wolverine, who's looking forward to that? Depends how many black characters they put in it. For the record, the same writer, Brittany Morris, who came out with those quotes, is also supposedly working on the Wolverine game. So,
yeah, it's in her bio, or along with her NAACP
nomination,
Norman nominee, or whatever she was. Yeah,
a Norma nomination.
Yeah, whatever she is.
Lady Aaron D, member for 4 months. Fun Bears fact, Ryan. I used to babysit Ryan Poles, the Bears general manager, and his sister Kelly back in the 90s. That's pretty crazy, Lady Aaron D. I wish you would have taught him something about fucking football while you babysat. So now I have you to blame. I'm personally holding Lady Aaron D responsible for how Ryan Poles turned out. But that's kind of fucking crazy. Coley for $10. What do you mean? Don't you guys love playing everyone else but Spider-Man in a Spider-Man game?
Yeah.
We love Spider-Man, so shove things we don't like in there to make us love them too.
It's so retarded, man. It's so retarded.
Did you talk about that quote about MJ being overpowered? The guy had?
I didn't. I mean, I know what quote you're talking about. I haven't talked about it yet online.
Yeah, I forget who it was involved, but he's like, yeah, if you say she's a little overpowered, I don't care, or whatever, like something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, MJ and her stun gun can take out everybody, apparently. Bruce for $5. The Rippaverse hamsters are holding the line so far. Good to hear. The site is still up. Make the jock itch great again. Member for 6 months. Send Caleb Williams to play for the Bears. Bro's initials are literally CW. He's the CW show. Thank you, jock itch. Crit Nature for 10. It's a shame I 100% in platinum to the first game on PS4. I will not do this with this game with all the cringy side quests if I eventually get it for dirt cheap.
Just play Super Mario Wonder.
Do you have to be deaf? That's part of the mainline story, right? The deaf girl.
I think that's a side mission. I haven't played it yet, so I think it's a side mission.
I know I know getting the gay guys to Homecoming is a side mission. But I didn't know about the deaf. I thought that might have been part of Miles' like official.
I think it's a side mission. Ryan got his hair all fucked up right there when he scratched his head. It's all looping around.
Look at it. It's like a wave. That was crazy.
It is a side mission.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, wait. No. Some people are saying it's mainline. So I'm getting side mission and mainline.
I thought that the deaf person was a main mission, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's a side mission. RX Firm says side.
I saw somebody tweet out or like a video of them encountering like the gay dude. Like they said, hey, it looks like you could use some spider help or whatever. And guy's like, yeah, I really want to ask this person out, but I don't know what to do. He's such a great guy. And they just immediately quit. It's like, it was so fucking funny.
Do we have that? Any way you can find that?
Let me see.
You should have bookmarked that shit.
Maybe I liked it.
Oh, we have to get Erwin to put that clip in one of the videos. I see Erwin in the chat. What's up, man?
I've liked so much dumb shit recently. God damn it.
Got to bookmark it, man.
Well, yeah. I bookmark a lot of things,
dude. I know you do. Do you have it? Do you have sections like files, different files for your bookmarks, or you just bookmark?
No,
everything?
I just bookmark everything.
You need
really bad.
Yes, you need to.
Kind of how I save everything on my computer as well.
Yeah, I mean, I could show you this bookmark I saved, although I can't play all of it. I don't think. I don't know, Ryan. Should I or not? Should I play this whole thing? It's a Modern Warfare 2 lobby. I don't think.
Oh, I don't know if you can, but you can try.
I'll just for a minute, okay? Just for a minute. All right, here we go.
Shoot a gun, dog. Learn how to fucking shoot a gun. You fucking riot shield. What else? Riot shield. I'm a pussy that use riot shield.
All right, I'm gonna stop before the real worlds, the real words start. The music. Oh my God, that music is so good. And then just hearing like everybody screaming. I gotta get a little more.
Yeah, what do you want to use?
All right, there we go. All right, we're done.
It was Flash that tweeted it out.
Okay.
Every Spider-Man fan dreams of helping gay couples.
You might need some spider help.
Yeah, I had everything planned out. The clues, the screens, the art, the people, everything has to be perfect.
Whoa. Okay, I got you. Can you explain a little slower? What happened?
Okay. I want to ask someone to homecoming, but he's special.
That's great.
Yes. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Shout out Yellow Flash.
Immediately quit. Like, nope. Done. Yeah, we need more of that. We need more of that right there.
Orozco for $1 on Rumble says gay guys and deaf girl are side missions. Another side mission where you save the school mascot and have to go to a BIPOC graffiti site. So it is a side mission. You don't have to play as a deaf person.
Yeah, that kind of represents how they feel about their diversity, inclusion, and representation, where it's like a side note because they know it's like anything else. It's just like when Disney puts this gay scene in a movie, then they edit it out because they don't make it like a very important scene in the movie. They make it just so they could virtue signal off of it here in the West, and then when it's overseas where someone or there's a company that does, or a country that doesn't allow it, they just magically edit it out. It's amazing how that happens. It's amazing how they don't believe in the bullshit that they're spewing. So that makes sense that it's just a side mission.
And I kind of talked about it a little bit. It's like a side mission like that, a little something like here or there. It's going to be different for everybody about how that impacts the game and the experience overall for you, if it's worth getting, if it's not. But when we start to see comments like now, when we see what the end game really is for this entire thing, which is to make Miles the main character going forward, like that's when you're like, okay, that clearly is having an effect. It's not just a side mission here. There's clearly having an effect on the overall aspect of the game.
Yep.
That's what a lot of people felt.
Absolutely.
We just got a big super chat.
Linko Kenobi.
Linko Kenobi for $100.
Woo!
Thank you, Linko.
Look at that.
What's up, guys? I don't like the fact that they can't come up with a Spider-Man name for Miles. For example, Ben Reilly, who was the clone of Peter Parker, he called himself the Scarlet Spider when they were both together. See you guys tonight on Party Animals.
Let's go.
Guys,
let's go.
That's the royal we. But
yeah, I mean,
it has to be Spider-Man. Yeah,
right. And that's what pisses off so many people about it, because he can't have his own true identity, and he has to hijack Peter Parker's identity and things like that. That's why it upsets so many people. Yes, I'll be playing Party Animals, but you know what? Dan might be there. We'll see. But Dan, it might be too late. Dan, you're formally invited to Party Animals tonight if you want to play. We'll see. Anthony B says, can Jeremy tear himself away from Fortnite to play Party Animals? Yes, I can, actually. Party Animals is fun as hell. So that will be here. Now, moving forward, I'm probably going to move Party Animals over to the Play channel, but I'm not going to do that yet because it's doing so well over here. I think Crystal will be streaming her perspective on Play. But Geeks Gamers Play, which just hit 20,000 subscribers, by the way, that is the focus for us for the gaming streams and stuff like that. But Party Animals is going to stay here for a little bit longer, as we let everybody know what we're doing. But yeah, that'll be tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
Does Dan have daylight savings in his country?
Probably not.
He just asked what time.
Tonight, 10:30 Eastern.
So late.
10:30 Eastern. Dan's probably not going to be there because it's so late. I got to do Cobra Cast first.
Isn't that 11:30 Eastern for Dan, or 11:30 for Dan? Isn't he like an hour?
I don't think so. I think he's on the same time as us, but I don't know if he had. I don't know what daylight savings was for him.
What time is it in Brazil?
Dan says, "Holy shit."
It's 1:30 p.m. for him right now.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what I mean. Like, because we fell back and everything.
Yeah.
So like, it could be a significant difference.
Daylight savings is so stupid, dude.
Well, and to be fair, there might be multiple time zones. I just like found a random Brazil one, so who fucking knows? But I don't know where he fucking lives, some trash hole city. But daylight saving, it's always so funny because it feels like something that people unanimously don't like. But I don't, and it seems like a little bit outdated. It was originally done for farmers. That's my understanding. But I don't know if it's still beneficial to farmers or not. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so Dan ain't playing tonight. That's at like 12:30. Hell, even if I move up the fucking 4:30, it's still gonna be too late for Dan and his beauty sleep. Now it's 2 hours later. It's not my fault. Move to America.
I don't really care too much about daylight savings time. It sucks when you lose an hour. It's not too bad when you gain an hour. I don't really care. Doesn't bother me too much.
Gamer word.
When I was growing up, so in Northwest Indiana, there's a line where it turns into Central Time, even though the rest of the fucking state's on Eastern, just because it's so close, kind of like in Florida as well. But the reason being is so many of those people work in Chicago, which is on Central Time. So like a couple counties near Chicago are also Central, but it used to be county by county, depending on who use daylight savings time or not. So you would be fucking driving through counties and it would be like different. It would shift back and forth. It was annoying as fuck to keep track of. Orozco for a buck went on an ads rant when they made Black Cat bisexual. Enough of this woke shit. Hey, a lot of people with you. Yep. We got more super chats from Disco Cobra for $50. I'm still playing through Spider-Man 2. I suck at the combat, but that's a me problem. You must be old. I always die to ranged attacks. Watched a Synthetic Man review of the game. He was a bit harsh on the woke aspect. They pretty much want to replace Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
Disco Cobra for 20.
The intent behind this was always the same intent that like Disney had with Alden Ehrenreich's Solo. Like the intent was to basically erase Harrison Ford's Han Solo and make Alden Ehrenreich's Solo their definitive Solo moving forward. They wanted that to be the face of Han Solo for the next 20, 30 years with all their marketing. And you go into the theme parks and you see Alden Ehrenreich, and that's Han Solo. That's what they wanted. And ultimately it failed so fucking miserably that it really scrapped a lot of their other plans. And this is me just speculating. So it's not like I'm saying I have no information or anything like that, because I don't. But I'm just saying, if you look at it, clearly that's what their intent was. And they probably wanted to move forward with other things, like kind of remaking the original trilogy characters in the whole Disney-fied way as well. But it failed miserably. So they had to basically jump off that train really quickly. But that's the same point that they're trying to do with Miles. They want Miles Morales to be the definitive Spider-Man. That's what they want. They don't want Peter Parker because he's a straight white male, and that's a terrible thing. I just think that this is going to blow up in their face.
Yeah, like I think there's way more like thought put into it than like the Han Solo thing. I think the Han Solo thing is like, hey, they want to start like recasting these characters, tell stories with those characters to make money from those characters, as opposed to like insert like a completely new character who's taking over the role of Han Solo. You know what I mean? From Star Wars. But I get what you're saying with that connection.
Yep.
Disco Cobra for 20. Been hearing some rumors they're trying to bring back Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Jackman's Wolverine for Secret Wars. Not sure on the credibility since it's on Facebook. Ton of rumors and speculations floating around. Yeah,
those are out there.
Is with these scoopers as well. It'll like there'll be like some bombshell report that comes out from Variety that'll be like, hey, they're looking at potentially doing this. And then all of a sudden, even though it wasn't out there before, Scooper's like, by the way, I heard this. And it'll be something tangentially related that you can potentially see spinning off it.
Yeah.
So it's the way a lot of
I'll never be a breaking news guy or anything like that. Like I just like to I'll report on what other people are saying. I'm not in the breaking news or my sources bullshit. That's not my games for other people.
The one thing I will say is when it comes to this whole Snow White deal, with people pushing this narrative that the bandits, that group of Portland baristas that we saw, that was supposed to be the replacement for the dwarves, when in reality, I don't think the dwarves were ever actually cut out of this movie. It's always supposed to be these CGI monstrosities that they have. That's the one thing I'll continue to push back on, because I know from someone who's connected to the production that said, these are the bandits. It's a different faction of people. The dwarves are still supposed to be in this movie in some fashion. And now you've got actually people that do work like makeup and hairstyling and stuff that are saying the same thing now about Snow White. Kind of pushing back on some of that bullshit. But no, I also do never want to be my sources tell me this. Otherwise, you end up with Kathleen Kennedy videos. All right. Where are we? Animating Andy for another 20. I was saying love the money, and that goes for this one as well. No, you don't have to love Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's my type of super chat right there.
You saved Jeremy from some embarrassment there.
Yeah, the day is young.
Hey, I see Saint Bowser over in the Rumble chat saying Rumble bugged out and I couldn't type in chat the whole time. Well, I see you now. I see Deeds Minnesota, Faux Peasy, some of our members over there. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, we got 300 people over there, and great crowd here. And again, we're going to be joined by Eric July here very soon to talk about Alpha Core, the release of Alpha Core. That's going to be a lot of fun. So be on the lookout for that. The full trailer just dropped. We're going to try to get to all of this. We got a lot to cover in a short amount of time. And don't forget, I believe Krista Nova is going to be live on Geeks Gamers Play today, playing games. I don't know what she's playing yet, but she'll be live over on Geeks Gamers Play.
Well, should we talk, since we got a decent amount to get through, should we talk about the Marvels, Jeremy?
Let's talk about the Marvels.
We really should talk about this.
It's beautiful.
It's going to be rough, man. It's going to be very rough.
Brie Larson, let me explain something to you, okay? This is the definition of social justice, okay? You had all these fans, all right? You made your $1 billion movie. All of the love, all Hollywood loved you. And now you're stuck with one person that still loves you. His name is Ryan Kennel. That's all you have left now. You have nothing left, Brie. All you have is Ryan. He is here through thick and thin. He is there for you. You have a failed box office. You have no fan base left. Nobody cares. You're looking at the biggest flop ever in the history of the MCU. But Ryan is standing strong. Well, I appreciate that.
To be fair, I've never made the declaration that I love Brie Larson. But also, to be clear, if I did, that's worth $1 billion at the box office. So she would be lucky to have that. She got to work for it, though. But the idea that there's still articles like this coming out, it's almost laughable when it comes to the Marvels. The Marvels box office prediction. Will the movie flop or succeed? That's not even a question at this point in time. Not even a question.
No, it's not.
The real question is how badly will it fail? You still have places like The Wrap. Can the Marvels continue the female-led box office momentum of Barbie and Taylor Swift's Eras Tour? Somehow, I don't think so. Is the Marvels facing certain doom? That is a good headline, because the answer to that definitively is yes. Right now, the most updated numbers we have, Jeremy, have the Marvels between $45 and $62 million opening weekend. To put that in perspective, in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the lowest opening weekend, The Incredible Hulk, $55 million. That was back in 2008.
At the beginning, the MCU wasn't even the MCU at that point in time. And by the way, The Incredible Hulk is a fantastic movie, and he's far better than Mark Ruffalo. Edward Norton, far better than Mark Ruffalo. But yeah, like, that's not even a real comparison. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not a legitimate comparison.
Even Ant-Man that came out in 2015, like, think of how different ticket prices were then versus now. Either way, even if it gets like 60 or 70 million, it will likely be the least attended in terms of tickets that we've seen for an MCU opening weekend.
Yep.
But right now, even the top level still has it as one of the lowest in history. It's likely to maybe even underperform that. When you have people like Grace Randolph saying this, you know it's going to be bad. And this person, Wanda's attorney, is very mad about this because she's a Marvel fan. But here we go.
Now, speaking of women in Hollywood, oh, here come the Marvels. Is it just going to get worse and worse? Is this going to be the MCU's Birds of Prey? I think it's very similar in that, you know, it's not what the comic book fans wanted, but there is a contingent of fans that are very loud on social media, but probably not going to show up at the box office in a meaningful way, that are really promoting the film and fighting for it, you know, very aggressively. So I think that's interesting.
It is interesting.
When Grace has a good take, you know you're in bad shape. Holy shit.
Yeah, when she has that take, you know it's doomed for failure. And listen, we've been talking about this for a long time. When they changed it from Captain Marvel 2 to the Marvels, all the production issues, the bad test screenings, the fact that they continue to edit this movie down as much as they can. I think it's like 88 minutes long or something. Might end up being the final runtime, the shortest in MCU history. All of it is spelling absolute disaster, and we're only a couple days away from this. Jeremy, let me go to see, let's go to the Marvels. Now, there's a sold out showing for the Marvels opening night at Disney Springs. I have to believe that is like an event, like somebody bought it out or whatever. The reason I say that, and we see that too, especially for bullshit like this. You see, oh, this company's taking us to this thing, blah, blah, blah. I've seen some of that already. People have been sending me stuff that their company's doing this or that. Let's go to 7 p.m. screening, right? Laser at AMC. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tickets sold. Well, that's not very good. But does anybody want it in 3D? I guess we could look in 3D. Oh, there's none sold for 3D opening night. What about 8 p.m.? Oh my gosh, there's 6 people. There's 6 people there. What about the afternoon? 2.
My goodness, man.
What about, let's go to, I didn't even know where AMC West Oaks is. Not sure where the fuck that is. Let's go to just a normal ass digital screening, 6:30 p.m. Right? That has to be. Oh shit, not a single one sold. Well, that's rough.
Yikes.
What about the Altamonte Mall? Digital 8:30 p.m. prime time. Everybody's off work. Not a single ticket.
Let me put this in perspective, everyone. We are in Orlando, Florida. This is the place that Disney built.
Like this specifically, Disney Springs AMC 24 is like the biggest theater around, basically.
Yes, like this is the home field advantage for Disney right here. This is where all the you have no idea if you've never been here. You have no idea how big Walt Disney World is. It's fucking massive. It's twice the size of Manhattan. It is insane how big it is. It's 40. I think it's like 50 something square miles or something like that. It's got its own fucking interstate. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, point being is that this is where if anywhere was going to be successful, it's here or in California. That's it. And we've already heard Gary. I think Gary, and I know Gary was in the chat earlier, but I think he was saying that, you know, like even in California, from what he's hearing, that it's not good. So this movie is going to be the
same thing in China. We've heard the same thing in the UK from stuff I've seen. Now, this is all just anecdotal, right? It could be that you live in fucking Houston, Texas, and yours might be like a bunch of people filled up. Like that could be. It's just anecdotal. What about deaf people? Any deaf people seeing this? No fucking deaf people. Even deaf people don't want to put up with this shit. Right?
It's really bad.
So this is the Marvels facing certain doom?
Yes.
The easy answer is yes. The question will be, how bad will it be? That's the question that we all want to know the answer to.
And I do think we did get one answer, and I think someone just said something. Love Five Nights at Freddy's is going to crush the Marvels. I don't think that's the case. It's going to make more money for sure.
It's already made more money than the Marvels.
It fell off a fucking cliff though,
which is something we talked about last week because I questioned if it'll hold well because it's available on streaming. And I think that might be where we really see the detriment to it being on streaming at the same time. You're going to have the people that are excited for it. You're going to have the people that go out initially. But for a lot of people, if they hear good word of mouth about it, it's available on streaming. So it's really easy for them to just watch it at home.
So I don't think
I actually went out to the theater and saw it the other day.
Oh, you did? Did you? And what'd you think?
It was fine.
That's kind of where I was. I mean, it's good. It's okay. It
wasn't scary. It was a little creepy at times. Like just the idea of those things are kind of fucking creepy. I thought Josh Hutchinson or whatever I thought he was good. I have questions about like the character motivations for like the sheriff or the police officer or whatever. I have questions about some of her motivations. It was not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I understand why so many of the fans probably really loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's decent. I mean, I said it's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but I just enjoyed it. And it did you do you agree? And this is the first time you've talked about this, but do you agree that it felt like it was a movie that wasn't made by a committee? It just like, we need these certain points. It's like they just made a fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it was made by a committee. I think it was made by like people who care about it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, like that's it. Yes. Like that was the committee. It was just probably Scott Cawthorn, but like people who are familiar with the material and that are fans of the games. That's how it felt. I don't know if that's who made it, but that's the way it came off.
I don't think the box office is going to come anywhere close. Like I think it's probably ran its course at the box office. What is it at? 200? Is it 200 million worldwide now?
It passed 200 million.
That's fucking insane on a $20 million production budget. So it's already made its money more times over than you can even imagine. So it I don't know, maybe 250, maybe 250, 300. I don't know if that's even possible at this point, but it's pretty much gotten the majority of it. Marvels will ultimately do more worldwide. than Five Nights at Freddy's, but that is not a good thing for them. The fact that we're even having this discussion that the Marvels is even in the same realm as Five Nights at Freddy's, considering the budgets involved. It's crazy. So, but yeah, I'm happy for the movie. I'm happy for, I think Quarter Black Garrett tweeted it out yesterday, but he's 100% right. Now with the success of Mario, with the success of FNAF, now with the success of other properties we've seen from the video game side, Hollywood's just going to destroy video game properties now. They're just going to ruin everything now. And that's the sad reality of success in Hollywood, is that it just sets you up for more of their disasters and failures moving forward.
You're probably going to have some like ones that are cool and awesome, and you're going to have others that just get absolutely raped. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we're about to see.
Yeah, it's going to be bad.
What was the Marvel's budget? Someone says
250 is reported.
It's over 300 million. 271 million is the latest official filing, but that is back from September of 2022. That's how much they spent through September of 2022. So think about multiple rounds of reshoots after that. Think about all the post-production, all of that shit. Probably at a bare minimum, it'll get up to 350 million, and they'll probably get that UK tax credit that brings it down to 300. That's the best case scenario, is that it costs them $300 million.
Yep, 100%. We'll be joined here momentarily by someone to talk about something else that's launching today. I already took care of it, Ryan.
Okay.
So, but let's read a few super chats.
Yeah, we got a lot to get through. Tobias Nexus for 5. This week will be weird for sure. Miles taking over Spider-Man. Fortnite beating the hell out of Modern Warfare 3. DST, but at least Midwest Fur Fest is coming up. Yeah, at least you'll be able to get your yiffs off or whatever. Fucking Tobias. I can't imagine how terrible that smells there. Darius H, member for 3 months. Man, I hope they don't do that. They're about to absolutely destroy themselves by doing that bait and switch with Miles. Shaking my head. Well, too late. Harry Anders for Swedish 100. Hey, Jeremy. Hey, Ryan. I grew up on Ramita's Spider-Man in the late 70s. Joe Sonat's Fantastic Four, almost said Final Fantasy, Fantastic Four in early 80s. I'm a real European lefty, but I can't resist you guys. That sounds gay. Just the way you phrased it. You defend the stuff we love, never stop. Well, thank you, Harry. We appreciate the
appreciate that. No, seriously. Like, I mean, if you like, obviously there's this perception that G&G is this conservative gaming, or nerd kind of channel. That's just not the case. Geeks Gamers has no political opinion. The individuals here have whatever opinion they want. But you're welcome to, follow us, support us. If you have different political opinions. If you're a fucking freak that just screams racism and sexism and you're a social justice weirdo, then you kind of go fuck yourself. But if you're just a normal, level-headed thinking person that disagrees with, different takes from us, you're welcome to be here all day long. We just don't want the blue-haired land whales. Fuck those weirdos. So,
dropping the deuce for 2 says don't go in there for about 30 to 45 minutes. Thank you. Jay's massive moose knuckle for 199. Played Party Animals. It's amazing. Hail.
It is. It is.
Like, I think the funniest thing about Party Animals is like watching the characters and how like you can associate with them with the person who's playing them.
Yeah.
Like Jay's walrus or Jay's cow like moves exactly like Jay. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Like just like some of them.
It's so good.
Just like you can see his thoughts like imbued into that animal.
It's such a good game, man. And it's a stupid game, but it's a good game, and it just makes sense, man. The chaos is beautiful. And dude, like we got an edit that Erwin did that I'll be uploading to the channel soon. But like some of those punches I got on Rippa, man, were fantastic. Loved it.
David Cushmore for 10. Did you get the unexpected results that the Vikings beat the Falcons in the Atlanta final touchdown pass from Dobbs? Well, I saw it happen. If that's you mean, David. Yeah, that was crazy. Josh Dobbs, who was not even supposed to play. It was supposed to be the other guy who got injured. Josh Dobbs came in, hadn't even taken a snap with any of the first teamers.
That Cowboys-Eagles game was pretty crazy last night. So
a lot of flags. Truck Driving Gamer, member for 7 months. Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. That is all. Hail the freaking 199 and all hail the glaive. What's the glaive?
I don't know.
Jeremy?
No, it's not jumping out at me.
I'm gonna look it up just to make sure it's not like a
and something that we shouldn't say. So.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, we got a special guest joining us today. Here he is. Never been on the channel before. It's
Never
first time
have
Eric
I been
July
on this channel.
has been
First time.
on Geeks
First
and Gamers.
time being on the channel, man. What's up?
What's
Looks
up?
like you're at the warehouse.
Yeah, no,
What's
yeah.
up?
I'm at the warehouse right now. Working.
And I see you got your fall colors all ready to go with the flannel in the background. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. Check me out. Check
Jason
me out.
Freddy
Yeah,
collection. Yeah.
This is Canadian Bear shirts.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, so Rippa, today's a big day for you, man. And I am, you know me and you, we like to challenge, we like to debate, we like to fight. I am very confident that the people are going to crash your fucking site today. That's what I am confident of. So we got 2,500 people here, or 2,400 people here. We got another 400 on Rumble. We got nearly 3,000 people. We got to crash the fuck out of this site today. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. But talk to us, man. What do you got going on?
Oh, man. So obviously it's a huge day for us right now. Alpha Core #1, which is written by the great Chuck Dixon, is penciled by Joe Bennett. For those of you that don't know who Chuck Dixon is, he is, of course, creator of Bane. Done a lot of Batman work, a lot of Detective Comics, you name it, Bat Family, Robin, he's of course known for. He is the writer for this upcoming Alpha Core book. Alpha Core is a team of, look at them like superhero cops, if you want to call them that. They're the wing of the local police officers. You can go to Rippaverse.com right now if you want to go read up on a synopsis. Of course, you can check out our animated trailer, which is insane. Came out so well. It came out so well. You guys can go check that out. It is a full-length trailer. Produced by us over at Rippaverse Studios. I voice acted in it. Shout out to Amanda C. Miller. She voice acted in it as well. And yeah, it's been a crazy experience because we are not even an hour in, 5 minutes from an hour. And last time I checked, we were like at over 200,000. So it's been insane. Seeing this enthusiasm in comics though, man, is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. Seeing stuff like this, and I appreciate all the continued support. But yes, you guys can go check out the trailer right now. You can go look at some of Joe Bennett's interiors. You can see his work; it's incredible. And again, y'all make this whole thing go around. People that are in the chat, we're very much grassroots, man. The customers are who make this go around, man. So we appreciate you guys so much.
Hell yeah, man. I'm really happy for you, man. Yeah. This is huge. And Alpha Core has been getting a lot of hype from the moment that, you know, it was even introduced in terms of these characters, and people like started to speculate like, like Ryan felt like he could identify with them better than, you know, Isom. So
Hey, man, the idea of these guys like just tracking down these hooligans that are out there, a little bit of police brutality, that's what I'm all about. So I really identified with Alpha Core right away.
But yeah, man, this is exciting stuff for sure, man. So I'm really happy. And obviously we're going to talk more about this on Tuesday night's main event, but it's been a pleasure to see you do this and get this up and running. And I know you've been really, really excited. I don't know if me and you, because I haven't talked to you in a couple days, but is there anything else we're going to work on, me and you, on stuff we talked about?
Yeah, we are. Tomorrow on Tuesday night's main event, all things going according to plan, you will be able to check out here on the channel, Geeks and Gamers, Chuck fucking Dixon himself.
Hell yes.
Will be joining us on Tuesday night's main event tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be incredible. I'm really looking forward to that. Look, I get it. It is, I own the company, but this is Chuck's day. This is his project. He's front and center, and I want you guys to be able to kind of chat with him, interact with him, answer some, he can field some questions for you all. So yes, tomorrow, the great Chuck Dixon will be joining us. And yeah, we're going to be chatting about a little bit of everything. It's exciting. It's exciting.
Hell yeah. That's great, man. It's great to hear. So hell yeah, man. Well, I know you got work to do. So tell now, mods, if you want to drop links right now. I know Eric K's dropping links to your Alpha Core trailer, which we will watch before we end this stream. But if you want to tell them, where they could go, mods will drop links. If there's anything the audience that doesn't know anything about you needs to know, just please tell them really quick. So
absolutely. So if you go to riververse.com, obviously if you just click on campaigns and go to Alpha Core #1, you'll see it. No problem. We got a great little system going in so we can prevent the site from fucking crashing. Our hamsters are working very, very, very hard there, and that's where you can, of course, get the link. So we appreciate that. Obviously, it's pinned on all tops of everything right now, man. YouTube, comments, all that. It's pinned everywhere. So you guys can get the actual physical link if that's something that you want. And yeah, we got plenty of merchandise items, new merchandise items such as a sweatshirt. We also have a beanie, which I know a lot of people asked for. So we're really stepping it up on the merch game. And yeah, just adds so much. Book adds so much to the lore of the Rippaverse, man. So I can't wait for you guys to read it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Finally, a straight white male that I can identify with. Long enough.
Isaac says, I'm behind, so this might have already been addressed, but is Eric streaming today? Also, Jeremy is gay. So are you streaming
I'm going to
today?
be working here, but I will stream tonight. It'll be later tonight, and I will stream. But yeah, it'll be later tonight. We got a lot of work to do here, getting everything prepared. With our launch day being, and the fact that it's going smooth so far is actually... This is the first, by the way, this is the first fucking time it's even been like this, where people are like able to get in,
actually get it. Yeah.
Like this is like this is the first campaign that we've had that's been able to do that, and where I feel comfortable showing my face and not having to explain to people why the fucking site doesn't work. So it's amazing. It's a different experience, and that's where the money goes, to upgrades and all kinds of shit. But this is what it's about.
Hell yeah, man. Well, that's awesome to hear, brother. You need anything from me or Ryan, we always got you, man. So just let us know, and we'll play that trailer before we end today's stream, and I'll talk to you a little bit later, I'm sure, man.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate y'all, and big shout out to G&G family for showing as much love as they have been, and everybody in the chat, man. I'll see y'all later.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I don't care if you hit like 1 million tonight. Don't use that shit as an excuse to not get your ass beat on Party Animals tonight. Your ass better be there.
I'm gonna try. I'll try.
I know. I'll talk to you later, man.
All right, man. Peace out, y'all.
Right, later, man. Later. All right. Awesome to have Rippa on. Great to see the campaign is kicking ass right now. And yes, we'll have the great Chuck Dixon on tomorrow on Tuesday night's main event. So that's going to be awesome.
They're basically an hour in, and it's already over $250,000. So on the way to 300,000.
Hell yeah.
It's wild. And the site's working good.
Hell yeah.
Lord Dumas for $5. I live in O-Town. Orlando. Say the city name again, but correctly. Altamont this time. I don't fucking know what the hell it is. It's some Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Walking past my theater a few days ago, the Marvels poster wasn't even there. There were 2 Taylor Swift posters though. Maybe it's I don't know. I can't explain it. Rippa. Hold on. Vault 95 Survivor for $1 says, Rippa, remember the time you said we couldn't crash your website a second time? You underestimate our power. Good times, though. We're going to go for number 3. I'm going to make your shoulder hair stand.
That's awesome.
We got a lot of super chats to catch up on. Blake Bear
today. Yeah, people are hyped.
I love how diverse TNME is. That's why
it's the most diverse show on the internet. Yes, that's why Ryan left.
RX Firm, member for 5 months. Saints better than Bears. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's not saying a lot.
I hope you enjoy your number 16 overall pick. Eric Bailey for 10. Got my Alpha Core. I want it all. The server hamsters are still alive. Come on, 199. We need to make those little rodents sweat harder. Hail to the chat and Rippaverse. Let's go. Thank you, Eric. Jay's massive moose knuckle for 199. Jeremy is the anti-Luffy in video games.
What does that even mean?
You're the one that watched One Piece.
Oh, no, I don't know what they mean by that. You're saying I'm a bad leader in video games? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe he's
Luffy,
excited to see people succeed or something.
Luffy is, I guess there's this idea that Luffy's a great leader. In all reality, he's really kind of all over.
Seems like a gay,
Luffy's awesome. Luffy's awesome. Listen, last night we closed out with 3 out of 4 wins. We got 3 wins in 4 matches, and the one we didn't win, we finished 3rd. Okay, and I had 13 kills. I think in the last match or one of the last matches. Lucky, is that it? Is that what you're saying? That I'm lucky in gaming? I mean, that's almost a compliment. If you're saying I'm lucky, you're saying I'm doing good. So
what he's saying is you're the anti-Luffy.
Oh. Luffy helps his friends. Jeremy destroys him. That's Jay Hailstorm.
That's what I was gonna. That's kind of where
Hailstorm is the worst teammate ever. Last night during that match, that final match, Hailstorm got so mad because I had more kills than him, so he just abandoned the team. He Scottie Pippened us. Most of you probably don't know what that means, but he Scottie Pippened us last night, and then we almost lost the match because of it.
You see that Marcus Jordan wants Michael to be his best man at his wedding to Larsa Pippen?
Yes. It's so good.
Bro, that's rough. Maliko, member for 5 months. Last week, MCU fan predicted the Marvels will make $750 million. I don't see a scenario where that happens.
Who said that?
MCU fan.
MCU fan has issues. A lot of issues.
COVID 1984 for $10. Can't wait to play as Wolverine. Sit in a corner and watch Scott bang Jean and hear X-23 tell Logan he's a toxic straight white male and how much better she is than him and have her save him every time. Look forward to that. The one and only Chris Benoit for 5. Last week's Halloween was so fun with the family, and now I'm all alone. Oh, well, I can always start again, have a new family. I guess. Animating Andy, member for 5 months, found out today that Sound of Freedom is in theaters in the Netherlands since last week. I'm going to go next week to watch it instead of the crash and burn of the MCU.
Nice.
Good idea. Desirius for 2. Ryan, this is my birthday week. Congratulations. Beetle Johnson, member for 4 months. Rippa got my money. Hell yeah. Garfield's Bizarre Adventure 5 Nerdrotic saved Chrissy's stream yesterday. That was pretty crappy to have her stream derailed over a dumb topic. I heard it was a shit show. I didn't watch. So
I saw some of it.
But I have no idea why people are even talking about it. But shout out to Chrissy, 100 simcasts.
Yes.
Slagless, member for 7 months. Spider-Man 3. Peter Parker does a heel turn and hates Miles for being diverse. Has a white internet bad narrative. Heard it here first. Well, that's what I thought. It's like, Pete hasn't been acting like himself lately, and it's just like him as Venom screaming the N-word. I thought that'd be an interesting way to go. Chris Bolts for 5. Spider-Man sold 33 million copies. Miles Morales sold 6.5 million. Lauren Chen asked if women are ruining entertainment. The answer is yes. Well, MCU fan has a small dick for $5. Hi, Ryan and Jeremy. Jeremy, you excited for a new Mario Kart update this week? I'm excited for Rainbow Road Wii and Funky Kong.
I'm excited for everything that's not a Mario Tour map. I'm fucking sick of Mario Kart Tour maps. I want Mario Kart Tour to die, and I hate the game. I hate the existence of a mobile Mario Kart, and I hate all the maps on it. Yes, there's an exception here or there. I will gladly get rid of the few maps that I think are okay to just get rid of that game completely.
Lucas C says, Jeremy, why can't I get that hoodie you're wearing? I think the answer is
everybody is asking about this hoodie, so I'm gonna have to see about getting these things rolled back out because I've been asked about this hoodie a lot lately. So I was in Pensacola last week, and then I saw it in my closet, and I was like, I haven't had that one in a while, but everybody's asking about this hoodie now, so I will work on it.
Maybe it that's what Jeremy does, since he only wears like one article of clothing for like 3 months at a time. When he switches it up, it's just like people really fucking intrigued. So that's a good marketing tool.
Not bad, huh? Except they don't fucking put them for sale.
Yeah, exactly. Demogeny for $2. Miles is Miles, and Peter Parker is Spider-Man. Thank you, Demogeny. I saw Peter Parker as Spider-Man was trending earlier. Malik Gurley for 5. Miles will fall off, and Peter will be back. Cough, Green Goblin. Cough, Doc Ock. Mr. Toxicity for 2. Alpha Core trailer just dropped. We'll probably watch that at the end. Philemon X for 5. Peter Parker represents me. Race never was a factor for repping me. I wasn't raised that way. I identify with people and their struggles, not with race. I think that's something that's like been taught. Because children identify with fucking characters that they see. They're not taught that you need to see this or that. Like it's all these like the Little Mermaid shit. There's all these parents trying to get their children to understand why they should care about a black Little Mermaid. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's very weird. Gary's beard crabs for 5. We're going to make those juiced up Guatemalan server hamsters' hearts explode. Hail the 199 in Fellowship and ban Jay. What?
Yeah, just in general. I agree. Jay just does need to be banned in general. So I'm actually okay with that. I saw someone ask what's the status of the G&G backpack. So I did a poll over on CobraCast. I asked you guys to seriously give me feedback. I think like 250 of you said that you would be willing to buy this backpack if I put it up for pre-order. I did explain it will be very expensive. But I will ask you all here, if I put these into production, would you buy one? This will be from 221B Tactical. There will be a multi-year guarantee on it. I think it's like a 5-year guarantee on it. But beyond that, they're expected to last for a hell of a lot longer than that. But yeah, so if you're interested in this, I'm considering putting this up for pre-order, and there's a lot to this bag. So I'll try to get some different pictures from Suresh and see, but it does seem like there's a lot of interest for this. So if that's something people are seriously interested in, I will work on making it happen. Along with this hoodie, I'll talk to Suresh about getting these hoodies live in the store as well. So, but yeah, just I'll get more information. I know you guys want the specific dimensions and everything like that. I'll talk to Suresh. So tomorrow for Geeks Gamers Daily, I'll have more specifics and some better pictures. All right. So I like the feedback though. Yes, I hear you, Bruce. We need the multi-view of it. Absolutely. Absolutely. So noted. I will work on it. Thank you guys for the constant feedback.
Blake Barrett for 2. Homecoming or homocoming? Well, in the case of Miles Morales, buddy, I think we know the answer. SBZ for 5. Ryan, last Friday on F&T, you mentioned Yas Arafat. I thought you were talking Wakandan again. Never thought he was an actual person. Yasser Arafat? Yas Arafat. Thank you. Ryan's Malice for 199. Jeremy Bald and Ryan Fat. Thank you. Coley for 5. Of course, the important content are side missions, so they can take it out in other countries. Bleeding cowards.
Yes.
Silent Giant for 5. As much as the woke let down Spider-Man 2, as RoboCop Rogue City came through and saved the day, based masterpiece. I've heard a lot of people say good things about RoboCop.
I actually was talking to Az about that yesterday. And yeah, he told me that he really does like it a lot. You have to understand you're playing as RoboCop. People have to understand that. Like it's,
I saw like Flash tweeted out critics complaints about RoboCop. He moves too slow and he's a bullet sponge. It's like source material.
Yes, exactly.
It's like taking fucking hundreds of shots.
Yeah.
Let's see. Vault 95 Survivor for $1. Send Tim Pool an ISOM beanie. He needs to represent. Hey, there you go. Delish Halfling for 5. Miles Morales is Miles Morales. Jeremy's above average rooster for 5. Miles Morales should be the brown recluse. That'd be a great name for him. Spider related. Dropping the deuce for 2. What can I say? Needed that extra hour this time. Dan Bask for 2. This is what you save with daylight savings.
Oh man.
$2. So 40 cents. Thank you. A Menti for 5. I can barely keep up with my back catalog, let alone worry about these weak-ass, woke-ass BS games they keep publishing. Magatherium for 5. Starfield was the 1992 Outer Space movie. Miles Morales 2 was Miles Morales 2. And Alan Woke 2 forced you to play as a race-swapped woman who hates us. God. Tobias Nexus for 5. After seeing Raven Team Leader, I might have to get into Fortnite. Let's just say she's proven fairly popular with many artists I follow.
Dude, Fortnite, OG Fortnite's amazing.
Weird Man Productions for 5. Played Party Animals this weekend with my son and brothers for a few hours. Loudest and hardest I've laughed in a long time. Nice.
I'm ready for tonight. Don't forget, tonight we got Party Animals after Cobra Cast. We also got a Geeks and Gamers play stream from Krista Nova. We have a lot going on, so make sure you are there to support.
David Carlian for 5. If you were forced to see the Marvels, but were allowed to turn the sound or picture off, which would you choose? Sound for sure.
Sound.
Project Taco for 5. Chorizo died last night. Chewed up and fried itself on my PS5 wire. I'm not getting a tattoo of it. Spider-Man is right next to Mario's popularity. I'm glad you listened to me, Project Taco. Chorizo's dumbass.
Dude, I saw that that carry. Didn't that super chat carried over to your quartering stream, didn't it? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. It did. Sergio Garcia for 2. Did Jeremy cut your hair, Ryan? No, thank God he did not. Christian Stone Russo for 5. Jags versus Ravens AFC Championship incoming. Jeremy has the best hair on the channel. Jesus is king. Duval.
There we go. There we go.
I was gonna ask why you're retarded, but then you told me you're a Jags fan. So that was like everything I needed. Desirius for 2. Insomniac. Put Miles in it. Make it lame and gay. Taker for 5. Crowder had 200,000 watching when Rumble froze for me. Say what you want about YouTube, but it's hard to watch Crowder on Rumble. Work in progress. That's a lot of traffic. That's a lot of traffic. Zenny Biscuit for 5. Some sad news this morning. The boy Cody's Wish was named after passed away yesterday. He was 18. That's sad to hear. Thank you for letting us know, Zenny Biscuit.
Mm-hmm.
Taker for 2. Can we call all the Rippaverse haters beta core? Go for it. Eric Bailey for 5. You need to canonize the server hamsters. Hail to the server hamsters. Hail to the Alpha Core. Hail to the future hamster core. Let's get going and crash those servers. Nice.
Oh.
Headcase Laboratory for 5. I dropped $208. Got me a cover D and graded D shirt and poster. Alpha Core. Hoorah. Thank you.
I think Alpha Core is like hyped, dude. I mean, it does. Like this is something very exciting for this. Just feels like a whole different vibe. You know what I mean?
Like I said, I've been wanting white characters, right? Ison wasn't made for me. I'm looking for Alpha Core. Buck's Basement for 5. Spider-Man 2 literally ends with Peter retiring. Miles would obviously become the main Spider-Man. That doesn't mean it's the end of Peter. We'll see. Eddie Brock for 249. Any fast food criticisms lately, Ryan? Taco Bell? Not really. I haven't been eating too much fast food lately, so I haven't had as many opportunities to be pissed. Matthew Reeves for 2. MK8 Doc drops on Thursday. Mario Kart 8 next Monday.
He meant DLC.
Yeah, I was gonna say
we're probably gonna play that Thursday night. But yeah, I might bring Mario Kart back for the following Monday since the new DLC's out. We'll see. We'll see. No promises. Again, it's all based on we'll see how everybody responds to Party Animals. We'll see what everybody's schedule's like. But we will be playing Mario Kart when the DLC drops for sure. And it will probably be happening on Geeks Gamers Play outside of the Monday stream.
Tomac for 20. When the video game surge happens, how fast do you think Sora and Riku will be sidelined for Carrie and Aqua in Kingdom Hearts? You know, I've talked about that a lot, about what I thought would happen with a woke remake of Kingdom Hearts, because I just know so much about the games. Obviously, that would happen. Also, Donald Duck would be Daisy Duck.
You know, Lethal has some good takes on that.
I'm not a big Kingdom Hearts guy. Disco Cobra for 20. Simcast was weird last night. Alex Stein was going off on an OnlyFans woman, and then Chrissy put him in the waiting room. Then I think Melanie Mack said a couple things. She got put in the waiting room. I don't know exactly. Listen, when you have a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds that are all like coming into one stream together, you might have a little chaos. That's all right.
That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. We love Chrissy. So
Jesus Davila. Jesus Davila gifts a channel membership. Thank you, Jesus. Tobias Nexus for 5. Going to try to do another podcast this weekend. Shall we make a wager? If I can get 20 views, Ryan should be forced to play Party Animals. I'm gonna flag your fucking channel down. But I think we're all caught up.
All right, so we're all caught up. So we're gonna leave you with the Alpha Core trailer, and then we're gonna call it a day. But again, don't forget we got Geeks Gamers Play stream today. We got Cobra Cast on my D-Day Cover channel, and then we got Party Animals after that. So a busy day for Geeks and Gamers. The Coconut says, go get Ryan, or go get Taco Bell. You've been smiling too much. Wake Ryan mad again. He probably meant make Ryan mad again. Make Ryan mad again. He's always mad.
Have I been smiling a lot?
But yeah, go over and support Alpha Core, the Ripaverse. This is great to see. So we're going to play this trailer and we're going to leave you with it. You guys have a great day. We appreciate it. Have a good night or a good day. Support the Ripaverse, and we'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.
Fluorspar can be an unpredictable city. Affluency doesn't mitigate its problems. In some ways, it amplifies them. This is why we're deployed. But we've seen better days.
Then why are we just now debriefing?
This mission is not complete.
I only know of her. Our lack of data collection is a problem.
Valdez, I'm aware of your investigative talents. Braxwell spoke highly of you, and that's why you're on this team. Local law enforcement handles itself very well. But there are those with abilities. Some believe themselves to be good. Others don't even attempt to act as if they are. Either way, we're involved. Not everyone will agree with our status. But that can be said for anything. May I remind you both, we're Alpha Core, and failure is not what we do.
Don't end it yet.